I was just over visiting my old friend, the Kingfish, and he's having his troubles again. You see, about 20 years ago, he bought this piece of land up in the country just outside of New York City. He figured that maybe someday the city would spread in that direction and he'd make a lot of money. Well, all this time has passed and he's still stuck with the lot. And when I left the Kingfish just a little while ago, Sapphire was calling that matter to his attention.
After 20 years, Sapphire, I'd think you'd forget a thing like this.
I still say you should have known New York City would never spread to your lot.
But how did I know the lot was in New Jersey? What I took for the delta of the Hudson River turned out to be McGinty's Creek.
Look, George, you're not a real estate man. You're not a businessman. And you don't know anything about investment.
Oh, is that so? You see this head here of mine? Well, there's a lot of ideas growing in this head.
Well, if what's growing on the top is any sign of what's growing inside, it must be pretty bad. You know, George, I wouldn't feel so bad about it. But this is one of the things you said would bring us security in our old age.
Well, honey, there's still hope.
Outside of the $50 we got from that movie company when they used the lot as a location for a picture, this lot has been a dead loss to us.
I still see that's valuable property. And someday they're going to develop that whole area with new homes. You wait and see.
As I was saying, George, we were counting on this lot for security. And I don't know what we're ever going to be able to do with it.
Well, honey, maybe we can sell it.
Well, you bought it, George. You sell it.
Hi, Kingfish.
Hi, Calhoun.
What we got here?
Well, Calhoun, years ago, I bought a lot up the country for $1,000, and it didn't pan out. So I'm trying to figure out a way that I can get my money back.
Wow. $1,000.
Now, don't let that fool you, Calhoun. A couple of years ago, there was a motion picture company making a picture in this area, and they wanted to use my property, and that's what they done. That's just the front of the house you're looking at.
Oh, I see.
Here's a picture of the back.
You mean there ain't no sides nor back to it?
Well, Calhoun, now when they're going to make a motion picture of a house and want to show the front, that's all they build.
Oh, I see what you mean. Kingfish, you ain't thinking about trying to sell that to somebody as a house, is you?
No, Calhoun, I just figuring on selling this country lot to somebody, and they can do whatever they wants with it.
Oh, well, now, the only person that would go up in the wilds of the country like that is somebody that wants to live like a hermit. You know, somebody that's nervous living in the city and wants to get out in the country to relax.
Yeah. Somebody that's nervous in the city. Calhoun, I think I'll go and have a talk with my old friend, Fidgety Brown. Andy? Andy? Andy! Andy, wake up! You with a bundle of nerves.
Kingfish, what is you doing here?
Well, Andy, I just dropped up to say hello, and when I walked in there, here you were twitching all over the place.
Twitching?
Yeah, you must be a nervous wreck.
Wait a minute, Kingfish. If I was a nervous wreck, how come I ain't twitching now that I was awake?
Well, Andy, in medical circles, you've got what is known as the nocturnal twitch. Yeah, there are two kinds of twitches, the nocturnal and the dayturnal. Yeah, let me help you there, son. See there, Andy? You just twitched again.
I did, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, I better let me help you here. This is more serious than I thought. You got a touch of the dayturnal, too.
Yeah. I guess I'm in bad shape. Kingfish, you must be right. How did I ever get this way?
Well, Andy, it's just a tempo of living in a big city like this. Now take your average day.
Yeah.
What do? You gets up at noon, then you rushes to get dressed. Then you rushes to the restaurant for breakfast. After you eat, then you rushes to the park to take a nap. After you take your nap, then you rushes back to eat again. Then you rushes home, rushes to get undressed, and then you rushes to bed. I'll tell you, Andy, there's just so much a body can stand.
Yeah, I gotta slow down, all right. Kingfish, what's the answer to all this?
Well, Andy, according to statistics, they say that a human being will live longer and healthier in the country.
You mean that, Kingfish?
Well, all I can say, Andy, in the whole history of science, they ain't never discovered a cow with a nervous breakdown.
Yeah, I still can't understand why the country is more healthier.
Well, Andy, I guess one of the main reasons is the air in the country.
That's better than the city?
Oh, yeah, Andy. Now, in the city, the air is 30% oxygen and 70% nitrogen.
What about the country?
50% oxygen and 50% vitamins.
No fooling.
Not only that, the whole thing got a penicillin base.
Yeah. You know, Kingfish, a man in my condition ain't got no time to lose. I gotta get out in the country. Where is there a good place, Kingfish?
Well, Andy, I just happened to think. I got a lot in the country that I'll sell you cheap.
Well, I gotta have more than a lot. I gotta have a place with a house on it so I can move right in.
Oh, got to have a house, huh?
Yeah, I ain't gonna camp out, you know.
Well, Andy, it just so happens that this lot got a house on it. Take a look, son.
Kingfish, this is a mansion. I couldn't afford nothing like that.
Well, Andy, you just caught me at a time when I'm desperate for cash. Now, to make a quick deal, I'll sell it to you for $1,000.
$1,000? Well, I guess I could sell my utility stock and raise the cash.
Well, let's go down to the bank. It's a deal.
Wait a minute, Kingfish. I don't like to buy nothing without seeing it first.
You got to see it, huh?
Yeah, you wouldn't mind taking me out there, would you?
Well, Andy, if you insist, I guess I could take you up there. I'll boil Lightner's car, so why don't you hurry and twitch into your clothes, and I'll be back here in 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Well, we ready for the Panamora now, Kingfish?
That's right, Andy.
Wow. Kingfish is even more than I expected. I can hardly wait to get inside to see how the rest of the place looks.
Now, wait a minute, Andy. We ain't got no time for that.
Why not?
Well, you know, Andy, you ain't the only fella that's interested in buying the place. I got another twitcher lined up that's going to drop by the lodge hall at 12 o'clock to put up a deposit check.
Well, I can tell you now, Kingfish, it's a deal.
Well, then we'll rush on back to the lodge hall and sign the deed.
Well, there it is, Lightning.
Sure is a big house.
Yeah. Take a deep breath of this country air. You smell that penicillin?
Well, it might smell in here, all right.
Yeah, well, let's go look the place over, Lightning.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. We might as well each take a chair since we're going in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take this one, Lightning.
Yes.
Come on. Scrape your feet so you don't get the place dirty, Lightning.
Yes.
Close the door, Lightning. We don't want to get no flies in here. Put the chair right down there. fresh air. Holy smoke, Lightning. We done walked right through the house out into the yard.
Yeah, we sure did.
You know, Lightning, if there's anything I like, it's a big yard. And this thing is perfect.
Sure is a nice yard, all right.
Yeah, I'm going to spend a lot of pleasant days out here. Well, come on, let's go in the house and give it to us over.
Yeah.
You know, Lightning, when I get my furniture here and get moved in and settled and everything, well, I'm going to have this whole backyard landscaped. Well, I might even put in a swimming pool.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. Holy smoke, we walk right through again, Lightning. I'll tell you what you do this time. You go back through the front door and walk slow.
Oh, yes.
Well, what'd you run into this time, Lightning?
Missed it again.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do this time, Lightning. You walk around back there, and I'll walk around out here. And we'll check with each other and see what we run into.
Okay, Mr. Andy.
Well, I see you finally got inside. Where is you standing, Lightning? In the living room or in the dining room?
I'm still in the backyard.
You got a long neck. Well, pull in your neck and keep on walking, Lightning. Head toward the side of the house.
Yeah.
What do you think, Lightning?
This sure is a thin house.
You know, one thing is getting pretty clear to me, Lightning. Part of this house is missing.
It sure is.
And the thing to find out is what happened to it.
Maybe they got big termites around here.
Oh, no, Lightning. Ain't no termites can chew nothing this clean.
Mr. Andy, didn't you see this place before you bought it?
Well, not exactly, Lightning. The Kingfish done slipped a blindfold over my eyes so I'd be sure and see the grandeur of the place.
Oh?
Wait a minute, Lightning. Wait a minute. Lightning, I think I got it.
You have?
Yeah, that's it.
Or was it, Mr. Andy?
Lightning, the Kingfish done gypped me.
He did? What you gonna do about it, Mr. Andy?
Lightning, we is going back to town. 'Cause I'm gonna do a little talking with that Kingfish. Come on, let's go. Lock that door, Lightning. I don't want nobody to steal them chairs.
Well, if it ain't the proud homeowner.
Kingfish, I want to talk to you.
Well, go ahead. What's on your mind, son?
Kingfish, where's the rest of my house?
Oh, the rest of the house. Well, Andy, that's a little detail I meant to tell you about, but I clean forgot it.
Kingfish, I paid for a house and I want it.
Now, look, Andy, your whole purpose in going up to the country was to get the air. And you can't find a house with more air than that one got.
Look, Kingfish, you has done gypped me, and I want my money back. And I want it back right now.
I'm sorry, Andy, but the whole thing was a bona fide blowed in the bottle deal. Nothing I can do about it. See you again sometime.
Kingfish, if you don't give me my money back, I'm going to punch you in each eye. Then I'm going to punch you in the mouth. Then I'm going to take a stick and crack your head. In other words, I'm going to open everything that's closed and close everything that's open.
Now, take it easy, Andy. You do anything like that, I'm going to have you in court for assault and battery.
Well, I won't hit you, Kingfish. But I'm going to get me a lawyer and sue you for fraud.
Go ahead. You ain't got a leg to stand on.
Okay. We'll see about that. Kingfish, for 20 years, you've been bamboozling me. But I'm telling you right now, this is your...
Well, now, frankly, Kingfish, I didn't think you had no chance with an idea like that in the first place. I just knowed it was going to backfire.
Well, I figured there might be some reconcusion, but I didn't figure on Andy suing me.
Oh, he can sue you all right. You done frauded the boy.
I wished I could find some way to make Andy keep the place.
Well, he ain't got nothing up there but a vacant piece of ground in the wilderness. And don't nobody want nothing like that unless there was some gold or uranium or oil or something like that on it.
Well, now, like I was gonna... Oil. Calhoun, I ain't sure, but I think you just done gushed an idea. Now, if Andy thought there was oil on this place, he wouldn't want his money back.
Wait a minute, Kingfish. Slow down. You going off the deep end there.
No, Calhoun, and I think I know how to swing it, too. And, Calhoun, you got to help me.
What? You was asking me to aid and abet you in a dastardly deed like that? Do you think that me, Al Gunkwin J. Calhoun, is weak enough to pull a double cross on one of my dearest friends? Do you think that I is low enough to stoop to a shady piece of chicanery like that? Do you think that I is spineless enough? Well, just call me Jellyfish.
How you coming there, Calhoun?
Well, I think that does it, Kingfish. Now, is you got the other end of that hose clear around there?
Oh, yes, all covered up.
Well, you sure Andy coming out here, ain't you?
Oh, yeah, Lightning told me that he forgot the chairs, and he's driving up here to pick them up. Ought to be here any second.
Well, we all set here. We ready for him, all right.
That must be him now. Now, Calhoun, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Now, the signal for the first gush. And when I say something about this beautiful country.
All right, I got you.
Oh, come right in, Brother Andy.
Kingfish, I ain't talking to you except in court. And besides, you is trespassing on my property that I'm going to make you take back.
Now, wait, Brother Andy. The reason I is up here, I decided to give you your money back.
Oh, you did, huh?
Yeah, I realized that I charged you too much for the place. Because actually, there's nothing around here but beautiful country. Yeah, of course, if the property had any value, that would be a different thing. But whoever buys it gets the mineral rights, the oil rights. But that don't mean nothing, because there ain't nothing here but dirt.
Kingfish.
What's up, Andy?
I still own this property, don't I?
Oh, yeah, Andy, still your property until I give you your money back.
Well, Kingfish, I think I done found oil on my property.
Andy, what in the world is you talking about?
Come here, I'll show you. It's right over here.
Well, I can't imagine oil in this beautiful country.
Beautiful country.
I'll be doggone. Andy, you lucky stiff. This is oil.
Yeah, there ain't no two ways about it.
Yeah, and that's even better than that Texas stuff. It's coming out of the ground already refined.
There's just one thing that sort of bothers me a little, Kingfish. I ain't never heard of oil shooting out of the ground without drilling or nothing.
Well, Andy, I know the phase of that. You see, there's three kinds of oil wells. There's the gusher, the oozer, and the squirter. You got a squirter here, son. Now, Andy, I want to understand this now. As I gets it, you want to keep the lot.
Oh, sure. Now, I don't care whether there's a house on it or not.
Well, then, Andy, keep from having any misunderstanding. I think it's only fair and square that you sign this paper saying you ain't gonna sue me no more.
Well, that's all right with me. Well, there he is, Kingfish.
Well, thank you, Brother Andy.
You know, Kingfish, I think I'll put a marker here where this squitter is.
Yeah, Andy, I'll see if I can help you. Oh, I got one, Andy. A little tree.
Yeah, imagine that, oil in this beautiful country.
I wish that oil well had some sense and would stop pumping.
I wonder if it'll do it again.
No, I don't think there's going to be any more oil now. I think it done squirted its quota for the day.
Hi, Andy. Well, I see somebody done struck oil here.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Calhoun, what are you doing up here?
Oh, I just drove up with the Kingfish.
Yeah, he just come up for the ride.
Yeah, Andy, this oil you got here, is it a gusher?
No, it looked to me like it come from a little squirt.
Andy Brown, I'll thank you to keep your personal remarks to yourself.
All right, Calhoun, it's getting late. Let's get on back to town. Goodbye, Andy. Come in.
Oh, pardon me. I'm looking for a Mr. George Stevens.
Well, hiya, George Stevens.
My name is Brokaw, and I am with the Suburban Development Company. According to the record, you own a certain piece of property just up in the country.
Well, what about it?
Well, we are in the business of developing suburban areas, and we are building a 600-home tract in that locality. We would like to purchase your lot.
Oh, me. Holy mackerel. Here I done hold the darn thing for 20 years, and now it happened.
What do you mean?
Well, I just sold a lot yesterday. But tell me, how much would the lot be worth to you?
Well, we have paid as high as $2,000 for similar lots.
Look, mister, I'll get the lot back. You call by a little later this afternoon, and I'll have it for you.
All right, Mr. Stevens, I'll do that. We want to acquire these lots as soon as possible. Goodbye.
Well, goodbye.
Hello?
Oh, hello, Andy. I'm glad I found you at home.
What do you want, Kingfish?
Look, Andy, I got something I want to tell you. And I'd like for you to get over here as quick as you can.
Okay, Kingfish, I'll be over.
Oh, come right in, Andy. Have a seat, son. I want to talk to you.
Well, what's up, Kingfish?
Well, Andy, I couldn't sleep last night. My conscience bothered me about selling you that lot. So I decided to give you your money back.
Give me my money back? Oh, no, nothing doing, Kingfish. You see that oil on that property. Ain't nobody getting that back from me.
Look, son, in a weak moment, I rigged up that oil thing. There ain't nothing there but a hose under the ground with a bicycle pump on the other end. Andy, there's no oil there.
What?
That's right, Andy. And like I say, I want to right the wrong that I done. Andy, here's your $1,000. Now, you give me the deed, and you let bygone be bygone. All right, son, yeah, you can just sign the transfer there. There's your $1,000, and now we're all back just like we started.
Yeah, but Kingfish, there's one thing that still puzzles me. You ain't never had no trouble with your conscience before.
Well, Andy, I'm going to tell you the truth. You're going to find it out sooner or later. I was right about that land 20 years ago. They are going to develop it. And I got a chance to sell it to the Suburban Development Company for $2,000. Matter of fact, Mr. Brokaw will be out here this afternoon, and I'm going to close the deal.
Well, if I was you, Kingfish, I wouldn't bother about waiting for Mr. Brokaw.
And why not?
Because I sent him over here in the first place. I is the Suburban Development Company.
Ha! Andy, you double-crossed me. How could you do